And we're back for panel number 2 of the student bodies at Romford Horrific 2024. And again, we have some more filmmakers from some films we just showed. Can we go down the line again and introduce ourselves and what our movie was and what we did on them?
Charlie Langford, director of Hold of the Dead.
Yazmeen Enoch. I have a lot. Okay. Actor, editor, producer of Hags.
Yeah, I'm Maria Besko, and I wrote it, and I starred in it, and we're really happy to be here.
I'm Remi, and I did the watching.
Nice. And come on. Right, so what was our inspiration for our respective movies? What was the inspiration for them?
For the module that we did, we all wrote scripts. We all got to choose a script, and so I chose Hold of the Dead from the writer, Fatima Zahira Khan, and it spoke to me really because of its interesting take on quite grimly terminal illness, and I thought it's something that I had experience with, and something that I thought would not only has that kind of message and substance to it, but also might be quite fun to shoot and to show, if you get me. Like, paradoxically, like, it's a grim story, but it's also really cheesy. So I just thought it really worked for me.
Well, writing Hags, I was inspired by the individual characters within our group. I think the characters I wrote were just extensions of ourselves, minus the killing. So, like, Yaz, she's a badass in real life, and I'm weird. And I wanted to put our personalities, I guess, as a powerhouse to make an ensemble, and I just love that we're all, female creators, and it's good to put it out there. Yeah, I don't know what you guys, any inspiration?
I just acted. You wrote it. I acted.
And next, I'm moving on.
I think for me it was the same as them as well. My characters, I've already got like a whole universe for them. It's something that I'm very passionate about and I want to explore a lot more. So I think it was just more so figuring out what character I wanted to look more into with my animation. And I did that.
And how do you get started? What's your process when you're approaching making an animation versus like film?
I feel like, so with film you can do like storyboarding and stuff, but with animation you need to have more information with the storyboards you're doing, because a lot of the time you can draw over them or use them as a major part of reference for poses, dialogue, anything like that. But it's also like spending time doing all the background, spending time cleaning up lines, the colouring, the editing, the shading, the voice acting, the everything. It's fun. It just takes time.
Long process.
It's a very long process, yeah.
What was it like for everyone seeing your movie up there on the screen today?
I can't lie. The film being so big, I noticed a lot of mistakes that I wouldn't normally have. But no, it was nice regardless of that.
That's how you know you're a creator, by the way.
I'd say it was really cool to see, because from start to finish we did Hags in 4 weeks. So from creating it to finish editing it, it was a 4-week process. So it was really cool to see what we accomplished in such a little bit of time and I also saw a lot of things that I was like, it didn't look like that on my laptop, but now that we're on this, yeah.
I'm like, we should have cut it there. We should have took that out. But I feel like it's never ending.
Yeah.
We're always going to be critics of ourselves. I think that's what makes a good filmmaker. Yeah, you got to constantly judge your work, but also let it breathe. So, yeah.
It didn't feel real, but it was so like miserable because the mistakes, obviously with like the 2-week time span I had to do the animation, there's like a lot of corners I had to cut. It's horrible seeing that, like all the like messy lines and just like everything is, but it was like very surreal. It was really cool to see it on a really, really big screen.
Well, it sounds like you're really going to love this next question. Because every creator I talk to and every filmmaker I talk to can tell me everything that's wrong with the movie. But I want to know from each of you, what are you most proud of that you saw up on the screen today?
Well, weirdly, I'm mostly proud of the work that everyone else put into it.
Yeah.
Like, I was blessed with being assigned a brilliant team, you know, brilliant DOP. We found some amazing actors. I think that final shot of the actor's called Jacqueline. The final shot of Jacqueline, sort of like breathing in and like really sitting in that emotion was just brilliant. But I feel like I'm kind of dodging the question by talking about
Definitely are.
how. Well, all in all, you know, I'm just, you know, proud that it got here. Proud that people like it. Proud that I organised all of it as a director. So even though I'm proud of everyone else, I've got to understand that they couldn't have done that without me at the end of the day. So, yeah.
I'll speak from an editing standpoint. The very first montage of all of us getting ready, and then it does the little pan up to the word Hags. I'm really proud of that as an editing bit.
Yeah.
It was one of the first things that we shot on the first night, and yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, that's pretty good. So that's what I'm proud of.
Yeah, I think I'm proud of the problem solving, because I like watching it. I thought, oh, it was gonna be like this, but it was raining, so we had to change it last minute. And I'm like, you know what? But it turned out. So I'm really proud that we could solve really quickly and make something.
Probably the sequence with like the mirror, and then it like climbs out and it's like it chases. It was really fun animating that part because I knew what I wanted to do, but I just didn't know like how I was gonna do it. So I was just doing it. I was just going for it. I didn't really plan too much for it, but it went really, really well. And I love like watching that bit back. I'm like, yeah, that was really fun to do.
So you've all now created these projects and showed them here today, of course, and you've now fed your soul with the filmmaking bug. Are you going to continue and going to bring us more content?
Yes, I am. I've currently got me and a couple of mates. We're trying to start up a production company, a really small production company. So if anyone has scripts, you know, I can.
Oh my!
Sorry.
That.
But yeah, so yeah, we currently have got 2 films in post-production. One I directed and wrote, one that I wrote, and also a music video. So that's going to be the next couple of weeks, just editing all of that. In terms of horror though, sadly I've got nothing but an idea that's going to take a lot more money than what I've got.
Is that blowing Hall of the Dead up into?
Hold of the Dead, the school gave us a decent budget for it, but with this one, I'm thinking outside shoot, big monster makeup, so like big sort of eldritch horror stuff. And I want to do that justice, so I'm being patient.
Excellent.
I'm currently in the process of doing another short film with a few friends of mine. It's not horror themed, unfortunately. But the three of us, we each took a turn in writing it together, and we're in the pre-production aspect of it. So we just got like a director and a crew, and we're hoping to film it within the next month. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Sounds good. So my friend Jade Harris-Tyler, she's fantastic. She's written a feature film called The Wendover Chainsaw Massacre. And it's a parody of a parody. It's like it's a parody of the scary movies all in one. And we're in pre-production for that. But yeah, it's hard finding funding. If you want to pay us, let me know.
Yeah, please.
Out there, Deb.
100%. I'm working on another short film alongside. I'm working with other people on a series. Like I mentioned, the characters in that film are existing characters I've had for years. And I'm very thankful for that as well, because I've managed to form an incredible community around the stuff that I do. Animation, just as a whole, is a big passion for me, especially with my autism. I have a hard time sometimes expressing myself, but that's allowed me to do it in a more visual way that I think can probably engage people a lot more. And having characters I can just work with and bring to life is the best process you can imagine. So I definitely plan to stay in this field and do more with that.
Awesome, awesome. Do we have anyone out in the audience who wants to throw a question down?
Can I ask a question?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
So Hags lot, the body, was that an actor pretending to be dead, or
He was
it dummy?
dead. He was really dead.
No.
Anything for the art, right?
So anything for the we did not commit murder for this film.
Amateurs.
When we're carrying him, it is a person. But
Are you talking about the body bag thing?
the body bag, right?
Yeah, just in general.
So when you see the person,
Yeah.
it is a human pretending
Yeah.
to be dead. But once it's in a bag, we stuffed.
We stuffed a lot of sticks.
Yeah.
And bedding. And
In
random
trash bags and duct tape, and it was actually quite heavy. Once we got to the end of it, because we didn't want to fake having to carry someone as heavy as he was.
Yeah.
It was sticks, bedding, anything that we can stuff it and make it look, and then we just duct taped it to kind of look like this would be where the head is, and this could be where legs are, in a bag. But yeah.
Yeah, both the bag and the actual actor did such a great job at portraying
Oh.
a dead person. Brilliant.
His name's Callum Chiplin.
Yeah, he's a
People let him
stunt
know.
man as well.
Yes.
He's all over the place, man.
So
He's
he
great.
he voluntarily decided to go down the stairs, and when
Oh yeah.
when he falls down the stairs, he was like, "Oh, I can do that." And we were like, "Are you sure? We don't want you to get hurt." He's like, "No, I got this."
I think he wanted to fall from a balcony
Yeah.
or off a roof, and
Oh, we're going on a tangent, but when we were carrying him down the stairs outside, he was like, "Oh, I could just fall off the stairs." And we were like, "You can't roll down concrete stairs. We'll not have this happen. We don't have any insurance or anything. We put our own money into it. We didn't have anything
but I
to
don't
cover
think
it."
he would care anyways. you
Yeah.
know?
Actors are wild.
They
Yeah.
are.
Right, well, on that note, there's really nowhere to go from there. So, yes, thank you again for submitting your movies and letting us show them today. And most of all, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.